Yo guys, about a month ago, I found new ways to combine AI with gaming to create versions of Fortnite that we have never seen before. In this video, I'm going to be combining Fortnite Creative 2.0 with AI, 3D software, and editing to create anime Fortnite. By the end of this video, I will have created an insane anime fight sequence all within Fortnite by using these tools. Some of the processes you're about to watch are probably going to blow your mind, so sit back, drink some tea, and enjoy the video. I have to admit something. I've actually barely watched anime, but from the snippets that I have seen, I love the aesthetics, and I think they match up really well with Fortnite's style because Fortnite is a great example of combining realistic elements with animated ones. And to make this collab even better, the popular AI art generator Midjourney has recently released a new and improved version called Niji, which generates pictures in the style of anime. This is really important for what we're making, so we'll get back to that in a moment. So since I'm an uncultured white boy who doesn't actually know enough about anime in the first place, I literally had to search up top 10 anime fight scenes to figure out what anime Fortnite should look like. I sorted through a bunch of fight scenes to get some inspiration, and eventually I found one that I'll be using as a template. If you can tell which anime I'm referencing for this video, make sure to leave a comment and I'll let you know if you're correct. Alright, now that I had an anime to reference, I could start creating my scenes. For the opening shots, I want the characters to kind of turn around and look at each other. Originally, in my past videos, I would take a full Fortnite clip and put it into a software called Gen 1 to get an AI generated output. As you can see, Gen 1 is a great software for stylizing a video, and I really like how you can use a picture to prompt the style you're looking for. And then I saw this Reddit post where someone made something like this. I thought this was amazing because it looks more creative and there's more life to each individual element. And the way that this was done was by actually separating the elements and individually rendering them with Gen 1. This is possible because Gen 1 has a green screen feature. At least they do in the Discord version, but I'll get more into that later on. So by typing this, any transparent video that I input will come out with a green screen background, which I can then key out to combine my elements together. So naturally I started thinking, how can I get the animations I need with the least amount of effort? I realized that I can literally screen record my Fortnite locker screen and extract the animations that I need by keying out the simple blue background. Then I can convert that into a cool looking animated element using Gen 1. For example, I can take this footage of me emoting in the Fortnite locker screen and get this transparent animation by keying out the background. And then to add a background, I can just use an AI art generator such as Midjourney, put it in anime style, and animate that background moving behind the character. So when we put this all together, this is what we get. Yeah, clearly this doesn't come out too well. I think this technique can work, but maybe not for this scene. So I went for a different approach in the meantime. After testing out some different styles, these are the new opening shots that I created. This is definitely better. I love how the depth of field is actually working the way I want it to. Now, moving on to the other shots, I found some other insane methods. I want to show you guys the final sequence, so I'm just briefly going to cover this. But if you want an actual tutorial on what I'm about to show you, let me know in the comments. So I wanted a shot where the sword hits the ground and the character's feet react by slightly moving back. So I rendered this super janky animation from a 3D software called Cinema 4D. Then I created this ground plane using Midjourney and had it oriented to the scene. I then cut out a simple sword PNG and just animated that moving across the screen. And for when the sword hits the ground, I used this anime attack overlay from Production Crate, which there's an affiliate link in the description below if you want to get their assets. Clearly, all of these elements are pretty unprofessional, and it looks pretty terrible when we combine them all together. But if I export this and input it into Gen 1, this is the output that we get. This actually looks pretty good, and because I can use picture prompts and refine the settings, I was able to test out a bunch of variations until I dialed in the right consistent style. To me, this was the craziest part of the process when trying to make this sequence. The fact that I can be so bad at 3D software, do the bare minimum of animating, and just let my creativity do the rest to make something like this is a level of simplicity I've never experienced in my whole life as a video editor. It's crazy and has been really fun to work with. I mean, look at this shot. This is the original composition that I put together, and I was able to transform it into this. Like, bruh, here's another example. I literally took cutouts of my characters playing a Creative 2.0 map. I added an AI generated background and photoshopped it a little bit, and threw in some overlays and camera movement to create this. So I kept messing around with these techniques and tried out a ton of different styles and methods. I generated over 50 Midjourney pictures just for the picture prompts themselves. If you want to see the full project file of everything that I did, I provided a link in the description for free. It includes all of the footage I used, all of the effects I made, and everything about my process. So feel free to check that out because it doesn't cost anything, and if you've watched this far into the video, I figured you might want it. But don't get me wrong here, I didn't have the highest success rate. A lot of things came out a little different from how I intended. And that's okay. It just shows that a human who has a good understanding of how to operate the AI is required for this process to really work. In my case, that just meant a lot of experimenting. I also ran into some problems. First of all, Gen 1 by Runway has an online version as well as a Discord version. The online version works great. You can export 5-second videos, higher resolution, and get smoother results. But when I was using it, I felt like the outputs were a little less reliable. It does depend on what you're using it for though, because in my case, I did have a very specific look that I was trying to get. And the online version only allows for a certain amount of credits. And with how many mistakes I make when prompting, I can't be capped at a certain amount of attempts. So for most of the scenes, I was actually using the Discord version, which only allows 3-second outputs, but it has unlimited credits. The other challenge I had was the sheer amount of time that it would take for each output to generate. A lot of my process was trial and error, but each output would take several minutes, and then when I would get a style I did like, I'd have to upscale it, which would make the output take even longer to generate. But over the course of the month, I continued trying out prompt after prompt and eventually curated the final sequence for the fight scene. So I'm excited to show you guys. A lot of effort has gone into this video, so please drop a like and subscribe because I'm really trying to hit 100K in 2023. And when I look at the analytics for my subscribers, I want you to be a part of that graph so that I can get to know you better and learn how to make better content for you. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and with that being said, I present to you Anime Fortnite. I hope you guys enjoy the sequence. There you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave your feedback, and if you have more specific comments, stop by my Discord server because I'm always active in there. I love y'all so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.